I use a computer at every show, record any music we've ever done is always on a computer, and like they just fail sometimes. So it's
Nice.
like,
Do you have like all the audio like from the soundboards from all your shows?
yes,
That is rad, dude.
since for the past like 10 years. So if you go on Bandcamp,
Yeah.
we recorded every single show and every single album and every single anything we've ever put out is there. And it's a subscription. You can subscribe and get it all for however long you're subscribed.
Oh, dude, I'm in.
Papadosio.bandcamp.com. And then there's also you can just like buy single shows or single tracks or whatever.
Nice, dude. That's sick.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
bunch on YouTube too. Should
well,
be
nah,
all
I
sorts
wanna
of
get in
stuff.
there and actually support the thing. So I'll get in there.
Oh,
Um,
cool. Yeah, there's thousands of hours of show
uh,
audio. It's crazy.
yeah, dude, I haven't gotten to see you guys yet. I have a bunch of friends that are in the jam scene that just have been high on you guys for a while now. So I'm super stoked about Friday.
Nice. Yeah, I love Chattanooga. We
Cool,
all
man.
we
Yeah.
all dig it. Like I said, we all live in Asheville, and so it's like kind of a similar vibe in Chattanooga as Asheville. So like that's what I've seen at least from every time I've been there, and I dig it.
Yeah, I think it's like a miniature Asheville slash Nashville situation. If you've
Yes.
noticed in your travels,
Yes.
our downtown is kind of just like chains that are being moved from Nashville, and their second location is here in Chattanooga.
Oh,
One
yeah.
one of the first times that I went to Nashville, I felt like I'd been lied to. I was like, well, dude, what is going on? This is just the stuff
Yeah.
I have at home, you know?
Yeah, it's that happens here too with Charleston, where we move stuff from here to Charleston, South
Interesting.
Carolina, and it's I mean not there's a couple things, I guess. It's just I've seen the Chattanooga Nashville connection for sure.
The pipeline's
But
real, dude. There's the California to Nashville to Chattanooga pipeline is just
yeah,
unreal right
oh
now.
dude, it's insane. Everybody's moving over here, and like I get it because it's awesome, you know.
Yeah, man, Appalachia is the kind of the place to be, man. And any of the places I've been in this country, at least, man, it's like kind of the spot.
Dude, I've been literally everywhere in this country, and I chose to move. We all chose to move to Asheville because it's just, it's the best. Like, it's south, but it's not like deep, deep south, which don't get, I like everywhere. This country is insane. It's
Yeah.
so big. There's something for everybody, but like, I really would rather be here than anywhere else in the country. Like
No,
it's you know,
I totally agree. I like the idea that it's like it is the South and it's got the charm of the South, but it's not like scary deep South situation. It's got like some hip, like Appalachia's gotten hip, you know?
yeah, it's not
Uh,
too hot. I'd say like Mississippi is so, and like that's also something that the climate here is just perfect.
True.
So
That
I
actually
need
brings me to
seasons. I need seasons. You know.
yes, definitely all a rich four seasons climate, man.
Oh yeah.
So you guys have Midwest origins. Where are you from initially?
We are all from Ohio
Okay.
initially. Um, my brother's in the band, and him and I are from Northeast Ohio. Like, we grew up in Kent, Ohio, where Kent State University is. It's
Yeah.
just like kind of south of Cleveland, um, in between Akron and Cleveland. And so, it is what it is up there. There's some good and there's some not good. And so, like everywhere else. Like,
Yeah,
I
sure.
still love Cleveland. Like, Cleveland's got a place in my heart. And somebody's got to have a place in their heart for Cleveland because
Yeah,
Cleveland gets knocked around a bit, which is not entirely undeserving, but whatever. But then everybody else is, Cincinnati, Columbus area. And then we all met in Athens, Ohio, which is probably my my favorite little. It's kind of like Chattanooga, Asheville in Ohio. It's like college town in the hills,
word. I'll
in
have to
the
check
like
that. Check that out.
foothills. Yeah, Athens is great.
So you
That's
guys
where
have
Ohio
been.
University is.
Oh, okay, cool, nice. Go Bobcats, dude.
Yeah, man. I've
Uh,
never went to one single sports game when I was there
well, well, just for the
somehow.
sake of the interview, we're gonna pretend and go
Yeah, yeah,
Bobcats.
yeah, for sure.
Uh, so you've been in Asheville for a little bit. Like, what's the scene growth or change been like in that area? Because I know that it's like we've been talking about. It's been on the up and up for some time, and it's a pretty huge city at this point. It feels like as far as the tourism and all that stuff. But what's the how have you guys grown with the scene there?
Um, well, yeah, I think we moved here like 13 or 14 years ago at this point, which is crazy. Um, and yeah, when we were first coming here, um, on tour, whatever, it seems, and a lot of people will tell you this, I still think it's weird. And again, I go everywhere in the country, so I know that we are blessed to live here. Like, it is a great place. It certainly has attracted a lot of tourism, which is good and bad. I mean, I'm on the side of like good. Like, people will come here and check it out. It's great.
Yeah,
It's a cool experience. Um, that has also brought some headaches for locals. Um, but like, again, this is like nothing compared to tourism in like New York City or like any, it's a
sure.
steady flow of people, and they're not bad people. Like, they're just you and I and checking out the city. So that has changed the feel of the town like a bit. But not the core of the town is still what it is. And the prices are going up, but that's not just here.
Oh,
So
it's
in,
happening. Yeah, it's
in the
happening
long
everywhere.
run, it might, like 50 years, it might change really the feel of the town. But I think it's still great. It's pretty weird, artsy, hippie kind of town. But then there's also like you said, it's big enough that there's something for everybody here. Um,
So are
so
you
yeah,
saying
it's
everyone is cool? Is that what I'm
yeah,
hearing right now?
exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what I didn't know what to call that song, but like, I mean, deep down, you got like, come on, everybody's pretty cool. I hope that's my optimistic take.
Yeah, I think it integrating certain experiences that you can have can really help you develop that. Just the name of that song was like I was immediately drawn to it because I think I was kind of a hateful guy coming out of like high school and stuff and was just like everyone sucks, like having that
Oh yeah,
teenage angst and then and kind of getting older and dealing with some anxiety and things like that and then going, you know what? Everyone's a lot more similar than you would think and everyone is
yeah,
cool. Everyone's
yeah.
eclectic.
That's kind of the exact vibe of that song, and it's like, there's no words, but it's just got a fun, cool. Like, you're all the same. Everybody here. If you're cool, then that person's cool. There's no.
We're just
Everybody's
different.
all the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. But you're deep down, everybody's the same.
Yeah, yeah. So you said you're working with your brother. I did notice that looking at I didn't know if you guys just were lucky enough to have the same last name. But how easy like or what are some of the challenges from that? Like getting to move towns with your brother and starting a band and getting a tour all over. Is that like a good for the support system, or has there been more of a sibling rivalry because of this, you know?
Yeah, no, there's no like Oasis situation going on, between brothers here. We grew up really close, and I don't know that there's ever really a rivalry. I mean, we just were dudes. We're very, very good, very close friends, and so it really just made sense. Sam was going to school for for like jazz composition and jazz theory.
Nice.
And we were starting to like pick up steam. And I think Anthony was like, dude, what are you gonna do when you like when you graduate? He was like, I don't know. So like we just kind of brought him into the fold, and it just clicked immediately. Like we're pretty similar, so everybody had already known my brother. Um, so yeah, it's been great. Like he's taught me a lot about music theory and composition, and he's added a lot to the sound. Um, so and it's like I said, it's never like we don't butt heads really. I don't really butt heads with anybody for the most part though, but um, I I think it's been a great addition, and I can't see myself doing this without him.
Man,
It's
that's
been it's
beautiful,
been
man. I
crazy.
love to hear that.
Yeah, very
Super glad
lucky,
there's
very lucky.
yeah, that's awesome. I've been, playing locally for a couple of years, and my older brother, he's a huge music geek, and he finally bought a bass. So I'm so excited to kind of like, dude, let's jam together. Come on. Like,
That's what
it's
we would do in the basement, when we were younger. Just exactly that. Like he taught me how to play keys, and I kind
wow,
of taught him how to play guitar back in the day, and
man, that's
just kind of worked out. It's been great.
yeah. So dude, I'm gonna speed round a couple of just like fun questions here, so that to keep it a little more light and just hang out. So you guys being I hate to use the word jam band, but an
Yeah, no,
improvisational group, if you will. Um,
that's where we fall. Like, I don't know what
yeah,
else to say. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's what else are we? I don't know. Psychedelic rock, but we also jam. So like,
it's
it's whatever. It's proggy jam or
sure.
something. Who knows, dude?
Yeah, yeah. Well, with that being said, I feel like I might know the answer to this question, but I'm still gonna ask it because it's a fun one. But are you more of a road dog or a studio geek?
Um, I don't know, man. That's because you travel with a studio now. So like
Yeah, fair
your
enough.
computer, but I mean, we all love being in the studio. Um, and it's kind of a mixture of both. You have early on, like you learn to love the road. Like it's not like you. I guess some people maybe immediately take to it. Um, but it's just you definitely have to love traveling, and
Yeah.
I always did. Like like I would spend my summers away from home, like 2 months every summer, and like go to a camp. And so like for me, it was just kind of like, all right, I get to go look at stuff and make noises for people, and you know. But I say now, like, I think we're more studio guys, but like again, that probably doesn't show up because we play so much. but
Fair enough.
but
Yeah.
we I'd say personally, I'm probably I don't even know. I don't know. It's hard. That's a
There
hard one.
doesn't have to be a definite answer. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I mean, in order to do what we do, you have to be able to adapt to whatever environment you're in at any point in time. So, like, if anything, being in this band has made me kind of realize that, like, everything, any constant, there's only one constant, and it's change. And you have to be able to, like, I'm a road dog now, or I'm a studio guy now. You know what I mean? Like,
Kind of
there's
depends on
no
what's in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. So you have
Fair.
to be ready to be a chameleon, essentially. Mhm.
Nice. Yeah,
That's
I
what
love
I am.
that. So the newest release you guys have, the improvisations with Ram Dass, man, what was that like? Like where did the inspiration for that come? And really not to get too like, know how the sausage is made, but like how was that getting the like how do you use his audio and things like that? I just thought that was so cool. It was like a very spiritual feel to
Yeah,
it, man. I thought that was great.
it's kind of serendipitous how it happened because the first song we ever recorded and ever laid down is called The Plug, and it's on the first album. We recorded it in a basement somewhere in Athens, Ohio. And we used a clip of a Ram Dass lecture, like sampled it, and put it in like one of the in the middle. It's like almost in the middle of the song. And it was there it was for whatever 12 years, 13 years, just living its own life. And then they hit us up and we're like, hey, we're trying to go back through the catalog and like kind of consolidate all of this and want to get stuff licensed and do it the right way. So, uh, can we talk to you about using that clip? And we were like, I mean, yeah, I mean, sure, it's like
Wow.
already done and has been done. But in doing that, they were like, we just kind of started talking with the foundation, and we are, we're pretty out there guys, but really, when you listen to Ram Dass, it's not really that out there. It's just kind of everyone is cool. You know what I mean? Like you're all the same, and so we all clicked pretty well. And so yeah, they just gave us access to all the catalog, of any of the audio, just to listen to it and see what kind of came up on the spot for us. And we'd already, I've been a fan of Ram Dass for a long time. So we kind of knew which ones we wanted to create sound around, I guess.
Man, that's incredible.
And it just kind of felt natural, you know. We just, that's what we do on stage a lot. So we just play the clip after somebody starts playing a riff or a beat and let it play out. And then somebody takes it somewhere else and let that go to reach its end and then play another clip and then see where that's going to go.
Wow, dude,
So
that's
that's pretty
so when
cool.
you
That's
when you play
fun.
that album live or are those tracks live, is it's not even what it was on the album? Or are you guys just totally improvising like
The
what you're
whole thing
feeling at that
is,
moment?
yeah, the whole thing is 100% live improvisation. Like we just sat down and just, like I just said, we didn't really talk about what we're going to do. Because that's kind of like one of his, well, I'd say the most popular publication that he put out, remember, be here now. And it's a kind of a, something I've lived by almost to a fault at times. Like
Yeah.
I'm still doing, like I'm still right here doing what we started doing when I was right there. And I'm just kind of, this is my constant moment kind of situation. And that's all I know. And so, uh, that's kind of how we figured it would be a cool way to improvise the moment that we're feeling. And we did it. And that was
Nice.
that. And we've ended up playing a couple of the songs live. I mean, we weren't planning on doing that. We were just, as we were going back through and listening to it, we're like, well, I guess we could learn these because that's what you're doing. Like, we're not, I didn't remember what we did. So
Like,
you
oh
got to go
man, I
back
played
through
that.
and, yeah, exactly. Oh, for sure. And there's a couple of riffs where I was like, hey, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Is that me? That's
Yeah.
another
How
thing
did I
about
do that?
us. Well, because there's so many, there's such, like, I play pretty much all synthesizers. Um, but like,
Yeah.
I have organs and piano and all, like, whatever, any sound you can think of, I get to play it. So, but so does my brother on keys, and so does Anthony. So sometimes you'll be listening to a song, and I'll try. I was like, is that me doing that? Who's doing that? You know what I mean? Because we can all make that sound. So like it took a couple run throughs to be like, oh, that was me. Okay. So I do that here while you're doing that. Okay. So that was kind of fun,
That's
you
rad,
know.
man.
Yeah. But that's happens
Um,
live a lot. Like anybody who's done sound for us, if you like we bring our own sound engineer with us. That's what you know, everybody for the most part, if you go see a band, their front of house sound engineer travels with them. So they know the band's sound. But like a lot of times if we have a guest sound engineer or somebody's it's like their first week, one of the hardest things is figuring out who's playing that sound so they can like EQ it or turn it up or down. So like that's I've found out that that is a true thing, and trying to listen back and learn that's those songs. I was like, oh, I feel for those guys now. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah, that just gave me like a panic moment for any of your sound engineers, honestly. It's just like,
Oh
who
yeah,
do I
dude.
turn up right now, dude? What is going on?
Yeah, it's real. But then that's why we always, you know, just always have somebody who knows
Yeah, fair
because
enough.
it's not an easy job.
So what was the first record you remember being like obsessed with as a kid? Just picking it up and reading it front to back, knowing all the words to it. What was that influence for you? Like first one you remember?
Damn.
It can be embarrassing. Mine is, you know.
Right. No, maybe, and I don't know. This was early, so, but I don't know if it was the first one, but the Blue album, the Weezer album,
Wow,
I was
nice.
a big fan of. Like I hadn't listened to Pinkerton. I think Blue album was the first Weezer album. Well, oh no, sorry. Green Day Dookie was the
Nice.
first album I was completely obsessed with. Like I had been playing cello in the orchestra at school in like fourth or fifth grade, whatever. And I you know, saw a video of Billy Joe Armstrong playing guitar and he had it like slung really low and playing power chords. So I flipped the cello on its side and started playing it like a guitar and like was playing Green Day songs on the cello, like plucking it. And I showed my parents and they were like, okay, well, you got to get you a guitar now, I guess, because you that's what you want to do. And then that's how I started was learning Green Day songs.
Dude, that's incredible. You just saw all the ore off of Billy Joe Armstrong, man, and, and
Yeah, dude.
had to be a rock and roll star.
I mean, they write great songs. Like, you know, I
Oh,
haven't,
dude, they're
I know,
great.
I'm not, I'm still not like way into Green Day, but like if you put on Dookie, I'm stoked.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm bopping around to that.
yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time, honestly. But that was
Um,
it for sure. I wanted to bring it in for show and tell. I remember teacher did like a bring a song in for show and tell, and I think they wouldn't let me something because like you know Dookie or whatever it was like
yeah,
Green
a
Day
little
is
offensive.
bad or something. I wanted to go to the show in Cleveland so bad. And I was too young to go. So
Uh,
never seen them still, but you know,
are
it's
they
okay.
still touring?
Yeah, they'll play
Oh,
every once in a while.
no way.
They're all still alive. They're like super, well, Billy Joe is super, not super political, but he makes his stances known. And so you'll
Yeah,
see him in the news every once in a while at a show. He'll go on a little rant, which cool, go for it. I don't care. Like,
yeah, do your
you
thing,
know,
man.
yeah.
So
So yeah, that
what are some more influences? Because you know, I'm not hearing a lot of Green Day and Papadosio, but you guys definitely aren't. Like, I think that's why I discredit, like, I didn't want to call you guys a jam band because it's like, you know, I love the Dead. I'm a huge Deadhead.
yeah,
But like,
I
I,
like them too, but it's not.
I think that's why I get like, oh, okay, jam bands like, okay, they're not the Grateful Dead. I don't like it. Or you can hear like a direct influence of like, they listen to a lot of Fish or something. To whereas
Right.
I don't hear that with you guys. So like, what are some more um influences, or just like what you think you could compare Papadosio to, like that you hear coming out in your music?
Um, well, as far as comparison, I mean, that's kind of hard. Because I think like in the beginning, we tried to sound different. Like I didn't want to sound like the Fish or the Dead, or and I'm
Right.
not saying I don't like any of that. I've been I've been playing Fish for my son, and it's good kids music too. Like
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Grateful Dead is great. Take your kid to a Grateful Dead cover band. It's awesome. And I you know I'm not I'm, I'm not trying to say anything against them. I just we didn't want to sound like that, and even if we tried, like we wouldn't. Um, but the other, like we all kind of grew up liking the same kind of stuff. Like I remember I looked through Mike's, our drummer's CD. Remember, he used to have those CD cases. I don't know how old you are, but like,
I'm just old
um,
enough to remember that, actually. Yeah, I
okay,
was buying CDs as a kid.
yeah, there'd be like 400 CDs and like a Trapper Keeper kind of thing, which is also a thing of the past. R.I.P. Trapper Keeper. But so I would look. I remember looking through Mike's, and it was like pretty much the same. Everything I was into. I know we all kind of really like Nine Inch Nails and Radiohead, and I mean, my brother and I grew up listening to Steely Dan,
Nice.
and Yes is the band that like kind of showed me that like, oh, you can do weird
Dude,
and it's
yeah.
okay. And then like OK Computer, when I first heard OK Computer, the or no, sorry, Kid A from Radiohead, the first track on Kid A is Everything in Its Right Place. That like blew my brain out. Like, whoa, you can make those sounds. Like I'm allowed to make that sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and that's what I mean, I credit Kid A with turning me into a musician for sure. So it's all kind of stuff like that. Like, there's elements of electronica in green or in sorry in Radiohead, and there's elements of the Dead in Yes, and there's elements
Yeah.
of I don't know. We all kind of just kind of coalesced around a sound that was pleasing to us, and it just kind of came naturally.
Yeah, I think that's
It's pretty cool.
you guys definitely have a sound that I don't hear enough of. So yeah, I love it. It's incredible. For some reason, dude, this is telling me I have 7 minutes left in this meeting because I need to upgrade
Yeah,
to Zoom Pro.
yeah, that
So
happens.
I'll uh I'll go ahead and just fire off one more question if that's cool. And I
Yeah,
really wish this could last all day. This has been a blast for me. So
yeah, this
um
is great.
so I think I'm gonna go with this one just to stick on the kind of the vibe we're on. But what is your
I
dream
can
jam
answer more
session?
questions. I can answer more questions in email or something too, if you
Word, yeah,
like.
that's totally
Just
cool.
if there's one. My dream jam session.
Yeah, dead or alive, anybody, any lineup, doesn't matter what the instruments are, just whatever you could come up with.
Hmm. Like I'm playing with them or I'm listening to them.
You're playing with them. Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, I'd like to play with Rick Wakeman, who was the original keyboard player from Yes. And
Nice.
he's all like wizard looking guy. He used to wear wizard robes, and he did like this King Arthur on ice kind of stuff, like wild 70s
Right.
prog. So I'd like to watch him and kind of learn from that. Um, he's definitely involved. I'm trying to think, like, guitar is there's so many good guitar players, man. It's pretty outrageous.
Yeah, and then you have to consider like what sound you're going for and all this stuff. That might have been a crazy question.
No, well, I would just like to really, if I was gonna sit in with anybody, my if Trent Reznor asked me to come play keys on a Nine Inch Nails tour, I
Wow.
would be over the moon. Like that's really my ideal. Like they don't necessarily jam a bunch, but like you can hear elements of experimentation in Nine
Yeah.
Inch Nails. Like if I could play with Nails for a tour, that would be my ideal dream situation. Like I
Sure.
love Nine Inch Nails.
I'll have to listen to them a little bit more. And I'm definitely diving into more Yes because I don't know enough of them, but man, Sweetness
Yeah.
is one of my favorite like love songs that I've ever heard in my life. It's so good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Yes is. I'll hit you with a good yes listen, but um, and Nails is just listen to the Fragile left. There's two of them. There's left and right, and if you listen to the Fragile left, you get it.
Okay, yeah, I'm in. I'm
Cool.
honestly, if you have time for one more, man, you
Yeah.
said
Yeah. Yeah.
you mentioned sit-ins. Are there any memories where you thought like, how in the hell am I here? Like whether it be a sit-in, a festival, or just like a stage that you've always wanted to play. Was there a
Yeah.
moment for you that was like, wow, I'm a touring musician. I'm gonna do this forever. I can't believe I'm here.
I mean, some of the first festivals we played, like we played after Primus one year
Wow.
at All Good, and we had just kind of started playing stuff like that. And Primus ended, and then there was fireworks, and then we started, and it was
Dude,
like,
that's so cool.
what is happening right now? And that was one of the first like, oh my god, dude, and you can't think about it, you know what I mean?
Definitely
You
not.
just gotta go play, and like you're looking at Les Claypool, and they're like the stages were right next to each other. That's how All Good used to be. And so Les Claypool's gonna listen to me hit this note, you know, and like that was pretty crazy. And then the first Red Rocks play was, I
Nice.
didn't grow up in Colorado. I'd never been there. I've only seen one show at Red Rocks, but we played there like 7 times.
Nice.
Um, but playing that stage was like, oh my god, dude, this is this is wild.
You may or may not be
Um,
a rock star now, you know?
yeah, but like I don't feel like it. None of us necessarily. Well, I can't speak for everybody, but like I don't know. It doesn't. It's. I mean, I tried to live like a rock star for a while, for sure, and it was fun as hell. But
Yeah.
you know, it is. Can't really think about it, and maybe that's what the eternal now is like. Don't
Yeah.
think of yourself as some big shot. You're just a guy. You're on stage, and there's 10,000 people right there, and shit, don't let it
Yeah.
freak you out too much.
Well, I'm sure having the child grounds you quite a bit as well and keeps you out of that egotistical rock star mindset
Oh
too.
yeah,
So
oh yeah, it's the best thing. It's like I was made to play weird noises, but also to be a dad, 100%.
that is rad,
Like
dude.
I am good at it, and I love it. So
That's
there's
very
only
cool.
two things I know, that's one of
Make weird noise, be dad. I think that's a really cool two things to be good at, if anything.
them. Yeah, and be genuine. Those are I try
Yes.
that. It doesn't always work. And in my line of work, it kind of sounds cliche because a part of what it is you're almost playing somebody, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I still try. I'm not a rock star. I'm just a dude.
I'm gonna quote you on that one, man. Just a dude.
Yeah. I
We're
mean,
all the same.
yeah, there you go.
Um, man, I really, really appreciate the conversation. This has been super cool, and I really hope this hasn't been too painful for you. So
No, dude. No, this is great. I've done a lot of painful ones for sure. This is not that. and I love. Is this for NPR too? At one point,
It is,
something.
yes, yes. And I'll let you
Cool. Yeah.
know. It should just get posted on our website, but if I know an airtime for it, I'll let you know and you can stream it.
Cool. Like I listen to NPR every morning. It's on
Nice.
right now in my kitchen. So
Beautiful.
I'm a big fan.